that means drinking. Good morning, everybody, and well, probably nobody. See that? You drop it, then I can throw it back again. That's how it works. So, good morning, everybody. How's it going? So, today, there's going to be a wonderful day. Discovery alert. With 6 new worlds, 5,570 milestone has passed. We have now found over 5,500 exoplanets. Always say this. And always say it. Man, if you would have told me, actually, you know what, I thought it'd be like Back to the Future. We'd be flying on my skateboard wouldn't have wheels, I'd be hovering and shit. Nope, none of that shit happened. My cars are still on the ground with wheels. Anybody. Anyway, man, it's early. Okay, I'm gonna go get coffee. Everybody wake up. We're gonna go over exoplanets and why they're so fun, because is this a simulation? Please tell me we're not on a flat earth. Please. Stay tuned. Watch out, everybody know what is up. So, how's everybody doing? You know what, if I ever thought that I would have said that I was doing this shit in the morning, I would have laughed my ass off. But, I didn't. It's quiet. I like doing this in the morning. What a wonderful way to start the day. I started doing this because all I started doing was honestly just having kind of like a digital diary, if you will. Kind of, because when I go back and I start thinking, and this actually has to do everything with, I'm tying this together, just don't fail me yet, hang on, I'll get there. But when I was not little, you know, I think back to all these memories. I'm like, okay, I remember being little. This ties together with simulation. I don't believe in the simulation theory, but it makes me wonder. So anyway, part of my defense here is fucking, you know, mentioning throwing off the boxing gloves and going at it with life. I just wanted, I'm like, man, so when I was doing this, like, I think it brought up something in 1992, is when we kind of started looking for exoplanets or whatever, and man, I was like 92, I was like, God, that's just like the other day, it was like, shit. And how I first started doing this was like it was like a digital diary, so I could timestamp as things were going. That's really how I do it. I'm like, God, that was the year I graduated. Okay. So now the year I started college, and I forgot my stuff. See, that's when I, okay, moving, you know, into my bachelor. I'm like, okay, well, and that's how I kind of time stamp things. And, well, I'm finding out as you get older, it used to be kind of plan for the week, or even the month. Then you start to get older, it's like, yeah, then you kind of plan the weeks. And now it's like every day is fucking different. It's going to be where it's like every hour is different. I gotta start saying, just start getting that. Lincoln, you look so depressed. Listen to me. If you would let go of it, I would throw it for you. God. You just don't get it. That's okay. Um, uh, uh, sorry. So this way I can timestamp things. Had the issue with last time. See again. I don't know why. I didn't do that. I don't know. Weird. But like, so I can timestamp things sort of. You know what I'm saying? I can tell what year what it was, exoplanet wise, and all that shit. Now I'm like, okay, 5,500. So now I can go back and I can kind of be like, oh, okay, and I can listen to it. Well, so I remember when there were 9 planets that we knew about, and that was it. When I was growing up, see, it is like we're in a simulation. Because 40 years ago, shit was... I'm not talking about like the time thing. I'm talking textbooks. The things that they taught us are completely different. Completely different. I mean, like, this is a different fucking universe than what it was 40 years ago. Or, okay, 35, 30, whatever. 25, whenever. There's a whole different realm of existence than it is today. I mean, Pluto's not even a planet anymore. It's a dwarf planet. And they don't, so it's only 8. I mean, we didn't know about, we didn't know that there was your cloud. They were not extra. I mean, when I found out they were extra, I was like, what the hell? What the fuck? I was like, how the hell? And now see, I can go back now and I can be like, okay, so this was about when we started looking for exoplanets. Because isn't that the whole, it's not that I'm fighting with the whole I'm going to prove you wrong simulation thing. That's not, it sounds like it though, doesn't it? I'm not like worried about that. It's just, but I can go back and I can timestamp anyway. And so, that is kind of, it's cool. I know. And so, yeah, so now I can, now it's like, okay, 5,500, huh? But yeah, because it's like on August 24, 2023, just the other day, over 3 decades after the first confirmation of planets beyond our own solar system, scientists announced the discovery of 6 new exoplanets, stretching the number to 5,502. I don't know where the 4 planets I'm explaining went, but however it might be, so they may have, whatever it might go. Okay, you gotta drop it, Lincoln. You just don't get it, do you? It's okay. So, yeah, that's basically how I'm, that wasn't that long ago. Not at all. From 0, from 0 exoplanets, just 9 being in our solar system, confirmations over 5,500 in just a few decades. This new milestone marks another major step in the journey to understand the worlds beyond our own solar system. Man, that's incredible to me. I think it's, now, I was reading these things, and man, these people, and they bring up good points. I will say that. these people were like, why do we want to spend all this money on stuff when we don't understand our own planet? And I'm like, okay, I see your point. I don't think we should think that. Oh, good slide there, Lincoln. I saw how good you did that. Listen, my little man. And so, I thought they brought up a good point to that. And you know what it was? They were talking about about. See, hear that? I'm not from Canada. I think Canada's got the right ideas on a lot of things. God's beautiful place too. I fucking want to go so bad. When I lived in Seattle, we went up there. God, it's pretty. But anyway, now now every star you look at is a galaxy. Well, no, that's not true. There are stars in our own Milky Way. But, I mean, billions of galaxies. It's just amazing. And so I'm all about spend money to go out and send science. I mean, now that's just, other people are not going to agree with me there. And I don't agree with them there. And so isn't that the wonderful thing about being alive? I just, that I cannot wait to die. I shouldn't say that. And so, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You're always going to have people that don't, all that stuff. But it's crazy that things like that change. Textbooks have changed. Although, isn't that the idea of the whole, yeah, you know what? That is the whole idea with the, God, why do I forget about it? It's early, that's why, I guess. The whole theory, that's us being in a simulation. God, I remembered. And so, does that, all the things have changed. So, again, Christopher Columbus, he really found America when I was in school. Planet, we had nine planets in our solar system. And man, it's cool. Oh God, God, now I think about it, it's just like, holy shit. So I have this, I can go back and do kind of time stamp. It's kind of cool. In the discovery, with the 6 new exoplanets, scientists have tipped the scale, surpassed 5,500. That is like 31 years ago, in 1992, the first exoplanets were confirmed with scientists, detected twin planets. It was Poltergeist and Phobiter, something like that, orbiting the pulsar PSR B1257 in March 2022, just last year. Wait, no. Yeah, it could have been 23. Scientists celebrating passing, it was the 5,000. It was about 2022. Finding those over 5,000 exoplanets. So 500. Yeah, I mean, I would say they say goddamn they think 1 out of 5 exoplanets are Earth-like planets. Now, I know that most of the planets that we find are giant gas planets. They're the giant. And that is, I guess, the typical kind of planets not all of them are rocky. Or not, a lot of them are rocky. A lot of them are gas giants like Jupiter or Saturn. But we're finding out that there are more and more rocky ones. God damn it, that door's fucking long. You dipshit. Come on, Lincoln, come in. In a second. My dogs are so loud. Shut up, dog. Shush. Hi, Bill. Hi, Billy. Roof, 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 roof. What? What are you talking about? Shit. Stay here, Linky. Good. Wanna go? Alright. Shit. I can't even find the fucking thing anymore. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid ass. That's not fucking shit. I just fucking died. Fucking that bitch. I was just saying that all on the radio. I cannot say that Lincoln was the first one. I can't find any of that stuff. And I guess the gas giants are the typical planets to find, but the 1 of 5 is, I think, the number that I want to say is the how we determine. Like, I think rocky planets, when they say rocky planets, that's when they're like, it's kind of Earth-bound, but I don't know how much the Goldilocks zone of that really is. I'm not real sure. But I'm almost pretty positive about it. Yeah, you know. So, the key facts scientists have discovered, and when I say key facts, I don't mean, it's more or less how they were found. Now, it's pretty cool. I think it's cool how they found the different methods of finding them. They discovered 6 new exoplanets, supposedly. Now, the way they name them is pretty annoying. It's HD 36384b, that's 1 of 6. TOI-198b, that's 2 of 6. TOI-20595b is 3 of 6. TOI-2095c, TOI-4860b, and MWC-758c. That's pushed the total number of confirmed exoplanets to 5,502. Don't get confused with 5,504 or 6. So here's a cool, not many details, but pretty cool. The details of the first HD 36884b is that super Jupiter. It orbits an enormous M giant star. And those M giant stars are fascinatingly huge. I mean, I just broke them. You think that Jupiter is like big. These stars, God, they're massive, and they're also bigger than even our star. It's so cool. God, it's amazing how the things that we're finding with the James Webb Telescope is just fascinating to me. I think it's just amazing. But this planet was discovered using the radial velocity method, which means it's kind of a wobble. So, what's the best way to describe it? It kind of swings the star out. Like Jupiter, I think they say our Jupiter alone will swing our sun out like 1,000,000 miles or something. It's crazy, but then you have all these other, things going on. Saturn, other planets that level it out. But man, like the sun does not just sit in the middle of the solar system, just sitting there as it's flying through space and flying, at all. It swings it out the gravitational force. Now that's what I've been out. I'm afraid to say what could be right or could be wrong, because anymore, like I said 40 years ago, things are just totally different than they are now. Uh, so who's to say what, you know what I mean? Don't believe everything you read in textbooks. That's the point. Oh shit. Oh, I almost hit you in the face. Don't go out in the street, thank you. I do not believe everything you read in there at all. Oh man, that went in a place I don't think that's gonna be hard to find. So the wobbling, it's cool, yeah. So it wobbles it off. That's one way that they're finding it. The only problem they have with that is that you have to. Oh my god! Look at it. I don't know how you did this. Your ball is way under there. I don't even know if I can get that. Yeah, nigga. What is you doing? Oh God, Regan. Sorry, Lily. Oh. Well. Oh, I can't leave it. Oh yeah, there you go. Good thing that makes noise in here. Huh? So the only problem. Sorry. Why did it turn that down to sleep? Sorry, everybody. Oh my god, I don't want to go here. Oh yeah, I did. It's cool. I like it a little bit. But anyway, the only problem with that is that you have to be in the line of the side of the star. You know what I'm saying? So if you're above it or below, you won't really see the wobble of the planet swing out from the gravity of the sun or the planet. You're swinging it out. Now that's just one way, you know what I mean? Now, you go through. Oh wow, I didn't mean to hit you in the face, Lincoln. I'm glad you didn't open your mouth to try to catch that either, because had you done that, you may have been that one man down upside down the goat. Yeah. So, I'm having like the worst technical difficulties. It's one of those days, you know, where the universe is not. It's like the sequence. It'll get better, I think. So that's the radial velocity. This orbits a star so large that it clocks in at nearly 40 times the size of our sun. That is huge. That is gigantically huge. 40 times the amount of size of our sun is gigantic, man. That's pretty cool. Uh, we're finding so many stars. It's so many, you know, it's so many just celestial things from the James Webb Telescope. I mean, I say it all the time. It fascinates the shit out of me. TOI, planet TOI. I wish they'd come up with better names. Of course, could you imagine if had to come out with 5,500 different names? Yeah. So maybe this is why they do it. I'm pretty sure NASA might be some lying motherfuckers, but I mean, they're not dumb. I don't know. Maybe they are. Yeah, shit. They might live on a flat Earth, so man, they might be the dumbest people I've ever met. I'm just saying. No, I don't say that bad. It's just last time me and Lincoln were flying through the cosmos, I forgot to look down and see around the sun of the Earth was. So it's not like I've ever seen it. I've just read the textbooks that. Oh, Lincoln! Oh, God damn it! I don't like that. It goes way out in the street, and I don't want him to get hit. Okay, he's really supposed to catch that and not let it bounce all over the place. That's scary. He got hit by a car once. Dude, I don't want to go through that again. We're not going to talk about it. So, TOI 198b is it's a rocky planet that orbits on the innermost edge of the habitable zone, and its star an M dwarf. So, well, that's cool. This planet was discovered using the transit method. Now, that is a cool way because our instruments are so these particular ones that read the dimming of the lights are so, what's the word? Yeah, it can literally, the transit method is where it detects exoplanets as they cross the face of the star, of the orbit, causing the star to temporarily dim a little bit. And so actually, if you were above or below the, yeah, the radial velocity, that's what I was thinking. Then you would see it easier. This way, you've got to be such at the right horizontally. I guess you don't with the instruments we use. Oh yeah, you do. I mean, it's better. Um, because if you are above or below it, you wouldn't see the dimming. It would go around. We would never see the planet. So it's a cool way in that term. Yeah, Uh, but yeah, if you were above it or below the horizontal line, yeah, you may not see these planets. But that's a cool way to. I mean, it's neat that. Man, I think it's neat to think of figured this shit out. Honestly, I don't think we're. I was gonna say. Well, I don't think we're like the dumbest species in the universe, but I haven't. I'm gonna act like I didn't say that. TOI 2095b and TOI 2095c are both large, but super hotters. They orbit in the same system around a shared star, an M dwarf. Planets were discovered using the transit method. Remember that seeing it dimming. That's and so when they use two, it's pretty cool. I've watched it. You learn everything on YouTube, but check that out. Like YouTube or Google that the transit method. It gives you a good diagram because man, when there's like there's some systems they found like 6 exoplanets, and they're using and the dimming thing is so it works. I mean, I think it's fascinating, but I also have done podcasts. That they are close enough to their star that they are likely more similar to be Venus than Earth. And Venus, man, has anyone seen Venus lately? I don't know how you'd miss it. Now you have to get up early, but it's so fucking bright in the sky. And man, I was reading this thing that, you know what though? They say it's impossible the greenhouse, the runaway greenhouse effect on Venus has just fried it. But man, who's to say that things can't live that aren't used to that? And 200 degrees is fucking cold to them when they're used to living in a 480 degree place. You know what I mean? It's all relative. Everything's subjective. Life is just subjective. But man, that's why it's so reflective. The clouds, man, they're just there's so much cloud cover, and they say it's kind of like a yellow. I don't know about they. I hate God. I wish I could figure out a replacement. Although I was happy to find out when I found out who they were, and they're the ubiquitous thems. Yeah, I figured it out. Thank God, right? Yeah, pain in the ass. We had to spend the rest of our lives figuring out who they were. So TOI 4860 is a Jupiter-sized gas giant or hot Jupiter that orbits an M dwarf star. This planet was discovered using the transit method. Completes an orbit every 1.52 days, meaning it is very close to its star. While it's extremely rare for giant planets like this to orbit so close to sun-like stars, it is even rare for them to orbit M dwarf stars, as well the case in this one. Which, man, I think there's a subject for every fuck planet out there. Ooh, I got to do this and get to it. Yeah. So MWC 758c is a giant protoplanet that orbits a very young star. This star still has its protoplanetary disk, which is so cool, which is a rotating disk of gas and dust that can surround a young star, kind of like, Saturn, well, Jupiter, and Neptune. They all have rings, actually. This planet was discovered using the direct imaging. Was found carving spiral arms into its star protoplanetary disk. That's cool. So you can see the gap that usually is what leaves the space. Is one of the first exoplanets discovered in a system where the star has a protoplanetary disk. That's awesome. The field of exoplanet science has exploded since the first exoplanet confirmation in 1992, and with evolving technology, the future for this field looks brighter than ever. I'm gonna take a break and be right back. That's pretty cool, man. I love the shit out of. I do. When I come back, though, pretty cool. Yes, we were gonna talk about the fun facts of life. That's the cool things about Mars. Anyway, so I will be right back. Okay. Oh. Oh. So, man, yes, I think the exoplanets I think we're finding are super, super badass. And the ways that we're doing it, bring it on, man. For real. It's gonna be one of those days. It's raining here. It's gorgeous out. I'm not waking up for the last week today. Um, yeah, so I did, I love the way that, how the exoplanets are, well, okay, I'm trying to think of a way to put this into, for a good explanation. Like, if, say, well, okay, here we go. Say this Saturday really happens, an asteroid hits us and it's the end of the world. How do you think that going to another planet would be beneficial to, uh, obviously it would. I mean, obviously it would. Or, I mean, yeah, it would carry on humanity, you know what I mean? But God, to do it so fast without planning, doesn't matter how many exoplanets we find and all that stuff, we can't get to them. But they have put stuff in like, I was talking about this yesterday. When Oumuamua flew by, we kind of were like, man, that's, that's amazing. Well, we couldn't catch up to it because it takes to get a mission. That's pretty expensive, I guess. I mean, I don't know. NASA, this sucks, dude, honestly, how bad NASA lies and all that. And how much you can't, I mean, I saw this thing. I'm not a flat earth person. I'm not. But there's a really interesting, I mean, I don't know. I really want someone to disprove this whole NASA thing. It's talking about how they test flight planes and stuff like that that are flying, and just it's caught my attention. But anyway, who knows? People have changed that shit. I don't know. But anyway, these exoplanets are pretty cool because it gives us. It doesn't give us the option. I'm just yeah. There's a number of both space and ground-based instruments and observatories that scientists have used to detect and study exoplanets. NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, TESS for short, launched in 2018, identified thousands of exoplanets candidates and confirmed over 320 planets. NASA flagship Space Telescope Spitzer Hubble, and most recently the James Webb Space Telescope have also been used to discover and study exoplanets. NASA's Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope is set to launch in May of 2027. Roman will be carrying a technology demonstration called the Roman Coronagraph instrument. The coronagraph will work by using a series of complex masks and mirrors to distort the light coming from faraway stars. By distorting this starlight, the instrument will reveal and directly image hidden exoplanets. That's going to be so awesome. And then you sit there and say, God, it's not until 2027. I remember when they were talking about the James Webb, and suddenly it's already been up there for 2 years. It's like, what the hell? It is amazing. This is going to be a cool telescope, man. I can't, oh God, dude. But by then, I mean, there's no telling. God, there's no telling what can happen in 2027 is almost only 3 years away. Well, I mean, yeah, this year's going to be over before we know it, or whatever. With the success of the Roman coronagraph instrument, NASA could push the envelope even further with its concept for the mission, the Habitable Worlds Observatory, which it would search for signatures of life on planets outside of our solar system. According to the 2020 Decadal Survey in Astronomy and Astrophysics, the discoverer of these 6 exoplanets were discovered by different items as parts of 5 separate studies. Which, those are the ones that I was kind of talking about. Is that my dog that was barking? Oh, it's not. I thought I heard him. This new planet, this new telescope's going to be pretty cool. I can't wait to see it. I just wonder how many. I wonder how many. God, I was. Oh yeah. I was reading this thing, and it said by 2028 we will be living among aliens is a normal thing. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. What if we are the only species in the whole entire galaxy? Now, I'm not saying that's what I believe, but as far as you know what though, I totally believe. Oh! I can't believe I forgot to bring. Jesus, man, I'm must be slipping in my old age. I watched have you guys all seen the Mexican, alien bodies that they have, the 1,000-year-old, mummified alien bodies? Like, they named it everything. Yeah, totally named them, and so it's that guy. They got him they did these X-rays on him. They had a Mexican, I'll say, Mexico government had a whole gathering of all their important people, and sat down and talked about these things. And you watch that. You should see it too. I think that they had him around 2016 or 18. They've had him for a while. I don't know why it's just now coming out. But these are 1,000-year-old mummified aliens. Found them in Peru. And these aliens... Lincoln, I'm trying to get this from you so I can throw it to you. Thank you. Now, this being as old, 1,000 years old mummies, they don't look, obviously. Of course, if you get 1,000-year-old mummified body, it doesn't exactly look like a human formed body either. But it's funny because they've got these stiff, they're about 2 feet long, 3 feet long, something like that, mummified little fucking creatures. that they totally look so, I mean, they got like, looks like they drew the face on them. But give it that it is and all that shit, it is like a, you know, a 1,000-year-old mummified alien. So, that being said, it's sort of, shit, Lincoln. Lincoln, did you lose your ball? Fuck. Where did it go? So it's kind of like, where did it go? Do you not know? Is it under here? I bet you know where it is, don't you? Ah, man, you don't want to lose that ball in here, Lincoln. I'm just telling you now. Do you have it? Alright. Oh, okay, Lincoln does have it. You know where it is. Watch out, buddy. Watch out. Stinky dinky. He's like, where is it, Dad? I felt it. There it is. Man, you're gonna push it right back there, didn't you? Yes, you did. Jeez, thank God for these sticks, huh? God. Don't let that go back under there again. That'll kill you. That one's almost never found again. Oh. How you doing, man? Jesus God. Oh, Jesus. I'm not flinging this thing for you anymore in here. You just don't lose it. And I don't know if you can handle it. I don't know if I could either. I just can't. For Christ's sake. Alright. And don't lose it. That was exhausting. Man. So I saw a thing on those little aliens in Mexico. They're 1,000 years old or something, mummified alien bodies. I don't know what to think about it. Isn't it funny? They had a whole entire Mexican government got together and got all the important people together, you know. What are those called? Like I don't know what they call it. It looked like somebody drew a happy face on these. That's funny. I don't know. I thought it was pretty interesting. Anyway, that's about the end of my story life. Yeah, so, Lincoln, where did you put it? There it is. Okay. Okay. Watch out behind you. Give me the goddamn ball, you son of a bitch. Give me the goddamn ball. Okay. Man, if this were metal, that'd be funny as hell. Ow! Ooh. I love it when they stop right there. Come on. Go bite the cop in the face. I love when they just stop right there. I hope they're not stopping in my house. Come here. Come on, Lincoln. Whoa! Come on, my little stinky. You have to let go of it, man. The point of all this is you've got to let it go. You're just not gonna do it. So anyway, these things are funny. They're about there. I don't know if I'm not gonna say. They won't let The dude of the government won't let any other scientist people take this thing and all right. I guess that's it. And do any tests on them. And that's the dumbest thing that they could do. Everyone's like, well, we won't get it back, but man, they would totally get those things back. That's so stupid to hide that. I mean, if anybody finds any kind of things like that, they should share it with the world. You know what I'm saying? That's not just like a fucking and this whole thing they got going on about this new. I want to do a show on that one too about the some kind of weapons defense system that they've got going on in space. That's gonna be an interesting one, dude. That is gonna be a fucking interesting one. I can't wait to see that crap. But I will do a show on it. Well, everybody, I'm at work. Got to go. You guys have a wonderful day.